Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and as the title of the video suggests, this is a watch video about this beautiful beauty right here, the Unimatic Modello Due, which is a micro brand. And in recent times, micro brands have gone a long way from what they used to be, and Unimatic, along with some other ones like Baltic, which is a French micro brand. Unimatic hails from Italy and is a very cool micro brand. I especially love it for a number of reasons which I'll discuss in this video, and it is a brand that's, like I said, made in Italy. It is an Italian brand and it's conceived by industrial designers, which makes it super special for someone like me who works as a designer. And you can tell by the entire look and appeal of this watch that it has a special design leaning aesthetic to itself, and it is one of the most beautiful, and it rightfully gets so many compliments. So I thought it's a great idea to make a review about this watch. I've had this watch for about 4 years or maybe more. I bought this around 2018 or 2019, and it's been with me for all this while. This watch is Modello Due. Like I said, Unimatic has a way of having a strictly linear itinerary, and they design their watches with model numbers like Modello 1, 2, 3, so on. They initially just had a strict 3 form, so Modello 1, 2, and 3. Now with time, I think they have expanded into more designs in their arsenal, and I think that I love Modello Due the most because it is a unique mixture of a field watch married into a diving watch. So this watch does have diving capacity, so it is 300 meters of water tolerance and 1000 feet 300 meters, as you can see from the dial here. It is a particularly difficult watch to shoot because of the domed sapphire crystal on top. As you see, it reflects a lot of light, so you have to keep it angled to see the beauty of this dial. So don't mind me if I position the watch this way just to show you the beautiful dial inset of this watch. And this, like I said, is a field watch primarily. It has field functionality towards the back, and the most interesting bit about a Unimatic is they are numbered, which you don't see too often in micro brand watches. This is a 113 of 400 pieces made. This was one of their more initial Modello Dues. They have made a ton of iterations. So like fashion brands or like collections from higher end brands, they keep changing the micro design factors of a model, essentially keeping the form factor strict and then changing typography, changing finishes of the dial, or changing strap options. And Unimatic has gone a long way. They have also had a very successful edition with Hodinkee, and that just tells you that these are proper watch people. Though it's a micro brand, it is fantastic. And like I said, Modello Due is very interesting to me because it is not like any other watches, or not like many other watches that I've seen. It is a fusion of a field watch into a dive watch. So field watch with diving capacity. The dial is one of the most unique dials that I've seen in a watch, and it is an automatic, and typography is where it's at for this watch. So as a designer, that really hits your palate. The numbering, the contrast of the flat brushed black dial face to the sandblasted casing that it's in is just works. It's a very modern watch. It is very modern. It has a very modern look to it. The brushing on the case is not something that you'd often see in this price point, which was about $600 to $700, and I got it from a French retailer. I forget their name. I was unable to find their email receipt on my mailbox, but I had it paid retail, and the interesting bit is, like I said, because these are numbered and are loved by people in the watch community, they do retain, if not go high in their value, which is a fantastic thing. If you are buying something at this price point, you can probably get a Tissot or a Seiko, which is not going to give you anything close to this in terms of finish, and also, retain your money, so which is a win-win. So one of the things that I really loved initially when I got this watch was the watch comes with a complimentary strap, which is this one. Actually, I swapped it out, and I love the other one maybe a little bit more, but it's at my home in India, and I wish I could have shown you that. The other one is a field NATO strap, which is in gray, and this watch absolutely morphs into a completely different watch when I have that on, because this is the beauty of a watch that's a strap monster. It really morphs into a different kind of a watch when you change the strap, and this watch is, I can tell you with confidence, it's a strap monster. And especially people who love NATO straps, this looks beautiful with NATO straps. Put up a picture here so you can appreciate how this looks on the other one. But let me try this on for you, so see how this looks on wrist. The dial size here is a 38 millimeters of dial face. This wears like a true 38. You can see here, this wears like a true 38, and on some people it might look 40, but to me it wears a true 38. It has this very peculiar kind of like a flying saucer look when you see the watch from this angle. It does not stay flat and curved like a lot of classic watches does. So this is a very modern silhouette, if you consider this as silhouette in terms of watch. And the dome crystal is domed, but it's finessed in such a way that it does not look too bubble like. So you can see here that it's domed, but the proportions are just right. That's what you get when you have something designed by people who understand design, essentially industrial designers. And the sandblasting on this watch is just something else. As you can see here, it does not reflect any light. It is a very, very sort of minimalist, ultra modernist kind of a watch. When you see the angles on this, trying to capture as many as I can shooting this, looks superb with a black sweater. Like I have a merino wool sweater from Muji here, and looks ultra modern and minimal. Goes well with other minimal accessories like playground. And so who is this watch for? It is a 38 millimeter watch, so most wrist sizes can use this watch, which is a smart move. I think this is a 22 millimeters on the lug to lug, and it is a strap monster. So the good thing is you can always get straps, and as you can see the finish of the strap itself, like take a moment to appreciate this. Like this is straight out of the box, complimentary. The other one's equally well made. Unimatic also offers a lot of different strap options that you can buy directly from them, and you don't have to deal with the other branding here. You can have the same on this. This is a silicone strap that smells still so fantastic as it did when I first opened the box, which tells you of the quality of stuff that Unimatic does. Watch is made in Italy. The movement inside is a Seiko NH35. And I think the watch now, the Unimatic now does offer a Swiss variation, which I think uses an ETA or a another third-party Swiss movement, and they are priced a tad bit higher than the Seiko ones, or I believe so. But at this price point, I'm not too concerned about the engine running this watch as long as it stays on time. And as you can see, the watch seconds is super swift and it does not lose time. It's a fantastic proposition. You are not going to get anything close to this at this price point unless you look at some alternatives like Baltic. If you'd like to see them, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be happy to make one, like I said before. Who's this watch for? Finally, this is a fantastic watch if ladies are watching this, to gift to a man. if he's a watch guy, he is really going to appreciate this watch. I have friends who are into higher end watches and they still have had a certain inquisitiveness about this watch, and it is a super nice watch, beautiful watch. If you are a graphic designer, architect, product manager, etc., working in close proximity to design, definitely this is up your alley. You should consider checking this out. Fortunately, you can only order this in most parts of the world unless you're in Milan, Italy, where the watch is from. But I think this is numbered, and Hodinkee and a ton of other really good watch people have covered this watch, at least in terms of print or like articles. You can dig this up more. If you are going to blind buy, look at the angles here. This is the finish you get when stuff is designed by designers, and I would definitely recommend this watch. It is a keeper, especially even if you plan to flip this at some point later in life. The fact that it retains value should be a win-win. And with that in mind, I think I've covered most of the points here. If I do miss some, please let me know in the comments down below and I'd be happy to help. And with that in mind, enjoy the beautiful watch. I hope you're doing good. Take care. Have a good day or a good night wherever you are. Laters. Bye-bye.